In this video, we are comparing the Invincible against the Inifinity. What is up everyone and welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing? Let me know in the comments and while you're down there. Friends, tell me, which one do you prefer? Did you go for either? Did you maybe buy this one, send it back and bought that one? Did you buy this one, send that back and bought that one? Let me know in the comments. Or did you not buy either and you thought, you know what Nike, I'm not having it anymore, I'm going to go out and buy some Skechers. Let me know in the comments which way you're thinking, people. I've done videos on both of these shoes, just check them out, and I always recommend you have a look at them. I'm going to be coming back with performance reviews of both of these shoes over the next couple of weeks, months, that sort of thing, once we put some more miles in them. But I wanted to do a versus video because I think if you go on the Nike website, you're scrolling down, you go, right, Invincible, £160, and Inifinity, £135 or £139. Both look very similar-ish. Which way do I go? What do I do? Well, hopefully, in this video, I'm going to help you out a little bit with that decision. Okay, right, so let's get stats and features done. And by the way, I've worn a red t-shirt today to match the red here and the red here. Do you ever colour code what you're wearing here with your shoes? Let me know in the comments. Right, stats features. Okay, so let's start with the Inifinity Flyknit 2. We've got full-length React foam in the shoe, and like I said a second ago, this is retailing at £139 on the Nike website. It is 11 ounces. Well, no, sorry, 10.56 ounces for me, UK 9.5, 300 odd grams. We've got Flyknit upper, fly wire. We've got sort of rocker feel to the shoe, 9mm drop. Rubber on the outsole, we've got the bits of stability in terms of the heel clip or the guide rails, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, that's about it. It fits true to size for me, UK 9.5, had no problems with the fitting, except just as a pre-warning, if you have any arch issues, you won't want to buy this shoe, okay? You can really feel it's like someone's sticking a knife in your arch, so just be aware of it, okay? That's for you guys who've got arch problems with your feet. And actually, just one little thing, all our feet are different, right? So just because I say something fits me and, you know, whatever, doesn't necessarily it's going to work for you. And likewise, just because somebody else says something works for them, doesn't necessarily it's going to work for you. So always take these things with a pinch of salt. It's just opinion. We're trying to help, trying to guide you. So just wanted to put that out there. Right, okay, so the Invincible, big, huge slab of ZoomX in it. It's got, what is it? 11.1 ounces for my UK 9.5, yep, 315 grams, £160, Flyknit upper, 9mm drop, and then you've got this sort of waffle rubber outsole. Now I'm sure waffle is waffle, is it Waffle Dog here in the UK? There's a program my kids watch called Waffle Dog. That's what makes me think, what my brain immediately goes to when I think of the outsole. Waffle Dog, yeah, there you go. Anyway, sizing wise, there's plenty of room in the toe box. The arch is not as significant in this shoe. I did feel it once or twice, but it wasn't that sensation of somebody sticking a knife in my arch. But again, just be aware of it. But yeah, fits true to size. There is a problem with this shoe with the lacing. They are really short. If you do a runner's knot on this and then try and do a double knot, it's like something off the Crystal Maze. It is really, really complicated and really hard to do. So I'm not sure why Nike did that. In terms of the uppers, because I want to get into that, because I'm not a big fan of the uppers on either of these shoes, to be honest. This is just feels cheap, and this just feels like potato sack. It's neither of them are really doing any good. I much prefer the upper on the New Balance version 11, if you can just see that out of shot. And I'll mention it probably for about the 15th millionth time on the Asics Gel Nimbus Light 2. I much prefer the upper on that shoe. This has got loads of foam on the around the heel area. They've also put some around the outside. Don't know why that is. And they've done the same on here. They've really improved the lockdown and the fit of this shoe versus the predecessor. There's no heel slippage in this shoe. I think with the fly wire and the other bits that they've added, they've definitely improved that. If you look at the heel clips on these shoes, you can see the size difference. They've added it on here, and this is like a neoprene material, rubberized neoprene material on here, which they needed to add for the stability because of the ZoomX and the high stack, but you've got it more significantly in terms, it's almost like guide rails around the side of this shoe to add stability as well. But it works on both. I've had no real problems in terms of stability with the ZoomX. Maybe a little bit on the sort of canvas, you know, when you're running over people's drives and stuff, it's a little bit like that. but actually it surprised me despite having a massive slab of ZoomX. The ZoomX is obviously a really soft ride compared to the React. The React is firmer, does come into its own the more you're running it, but it's the ZoomX is really, really soft. It's like just stepping on marshmallows when you get into it. And when you run easy, it definitely feels so much loaded up towards the heel versus this shoe, which is just a nice overall feeling. You really can feel that sort of rocker in the transition taking you through. But I actually prefer the feeling of this shoe versus this shoe. Yeah, that's probably in terms of stats and all that sort of stuff and how both of them feel. Okay, so which one do I prefer? Well, personally, I'm actually preferring the Invincible, even though it's heavier. But the reason for that is because for me, it's got a more specific use. I'm using it for those really, really easy pace runs in the week. And again, I run 6, sometimes 7 times a week, but in general 6 times a week. So I have specific runs that I'm looking to do, and this fits nicely into my rotation for that. Also for the sort of for those longer, but those easy pace longer miles is where this is coming. This for me as a daily trainer is not really lighting it up for me. I much prefer to drag out my Gel Nimbus Lite 2, for example, or even, for example, the 1080 version 11. It's just not as versatile. If you don't like a soft ride, you're going to prefer this over this. This is so soft, it's ridiculous. So if you are a Nike fan, but you want something a little bit firmer, or not as soft, so probably is a better way to describe it, then this is the way to go. I think this has got a much more durable outsole. Obviously time will tell with both of these shoes, but this just feels that little bit more durable on the outsole. Although the ZoomX is a little bit sensitive, as I said in the original video, I've also already taken a lump out of this shoe, of the ZoomX, but maybe that's just me being unlucky. But the React is definitely a harder and more resilient compound, I just feel. That's just personal opinion. Again, okay, so which one should you buy? Well, if you're looking for a soft cushioned ride, then obviously the Invincible. It is a lot of money, people. It's not adding much value. I still think if you like that sort of soft cushioned ride, then you're probably better off with a Nova Blast that's under £100 and will, you know, is lighter and probably do those faster pace runs better. Just for me, it didn't work because it was that bit too unstable. But I would send you towards the Nova Blast instead of this shoe. If you want that sort of firmer ride and more of a daily trainer, something more versatile, then yeah, I wouldn't even bother with the Inifinity personally. I would send you towards the 1080 version 11 from New Balance or the Asics Gel Nimbus Lite 2. That, I think they both offer something better in terms of daily trainer. There's some other awesome daily trainers out there. Don't forget you've got the Saucony shoes. You know, you've got the Rye 13, which is just about to be replaced by the 14, but that's just a mild update. You've got, I mean, there's so many other good shoes out there. Beacon 3. You've got from New Balance, you've got the Rebel coming out. Where else do you go? Yeah, the stuff from Saucony. Brooks, don't forget Brooks, people. Make some great shoes. And you can get some really good affordable ones, like the Revel 4, I think it's under £100. So, yeah, I wouldn't bother with this one personally. I just think daily trainer, there's better out there, cheaper out there, offers more. Yeah, if you want a softer ride, I'll still send you towards the Nova Blast. But yeah, if you're a Nike fan, you're still going to buy it. So I don't think I've helped much, actually, really. And I don't script any of these videos. I just go with the flow and tell you how it is. And maybe I should have scripted this one because actually I don't think I've helped you at all.